Hey everybody, Chris Scarborough here, going over running analysis. We're going to look at two athletes, and we're going to compare the stance from the left leg. That's going to be our starting point. Now if you look at our athlete on the left hand side, you'll notice that his right hip is flexing through pretty fast, fairly quickly. Our athlete on the right, his left leg, or excuse me, his right leg rather, is still quite extended on this side. So as we advance the frame and we look at the point of where the athlete first begins to bear weight. Now you'll notice our athlete on the left hand side here is just barely has his toe down, which of course we're not really judging the ankle position here, but this is not very good with our athlete on the left. He really needs to work on dorsiflexing his left foot here. Our athlete on the right hand side, you'll notice here again about roughly the same position, left leg just beginning to come in contact with the ground. Now the difference I want to note here is the position of the rear leg. On our athlete over here on this left hand side, you'll notice his left knee, or excuse me, rather his right knee is already even with his left knee. And that's pretty important because he's really flexing through his rear leg very, very quickly. If you'll notice the athlete over here on the right hand side, his left leg is flexing through much more slowly. Now the significance of that is on our athlete over here, with the right leg sort of dragging behind, so to speak, that causes him to spend way too much time on his left leg. And also I'll show you the yellow line here. You can see the position of his hips, and then if we draw another line here, you see the position or the line of where his foot and his head are, roughly position of his shoulders. Now if we look at our other athlete, the center of gravity is much closer. Although he still doesn't have all his weight there yet, he's in a better position. And actually when we advance the frame here, you'll notice that his hips, his shoulders are directly or almost directly over the top of his hips, directly over the top of his foot. If you notice, once again, our athlete on the right, that's not the case. His hips are behind his foot. That means this person on the right is actually slowing down every stride that he takes. He's not actually running as well as he could. He's actually putting his own brakes on every time he takes a stride. Again, our athlete on the left is not doing that. However, as we noted before, our athlete over here on the left-hand side, not a very good job on his ankle, so he's losing a lot of energy through the ankle position. One other point of note very quickly before we end is, as we'll watch the athlete once again on the right, watch him land, and then he'll sink into that leg, and then watch his knee once again straighten out at the end. And we'll notice again here at the right, he'll land, his knee will bend, and then he will straighten out. And once again, he's having to bend, he's having to take the time because his body's having to wait on the leg that's in the back. He needs to be flexing his hips through faster. Our athlete here on the right needs to flex his hips through faster. That will help him run much faster. Thanks very much, Chris Scarborough, BetterRunningspeed.com and MostShockingSportsTraining.com. Thank you.